Yes, look at the question number, students 2.1. First question. 2 stands for chapter number 2 and first question. 2 charges 5 into 10 power 8 coulomb and 3 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb. Okay, this is negative charge, it is positive charge. Located 16 centimeter apart. So let's say this is Q1 and this is what now? This charge is what now? Q2. And this is the distance between them, let's say R. Okay, at what point or points on the line joining the two charges is the electric potential zero? Means, so I need to take two charges now. Let me take here what now? The charge Q1, and here what now? There is a charge Q2. Okay, and these two are separated by some distance. Let's say how much it is given the question. It is given 16 centimeter apart. Okay, they ask me on what point or points on the line charging two charges where electric potential is zero, take potential at infinity how much? Zero potential. So now I need to find out what now? At what point on the line join these two? Let's say this is point A, this is point B, where potential is zero. Let's take so somewhere here in between. See, since the one is positive charge, how much it is? 5 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb, and this is minus 3 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb. Somewhere in between them there is a zero potential point because it is a dipole. Okay, not exactly equal and opposite charges, but having a different polarity, right? So it will be in between there is a neutral point will be there. That is what we call zero potential point, or one more name is what we call neutral point. What point? Neutral point. Let's say now it is how it is. I'm going to take from which charge Q1 charge. This neutral point is at a distance of how much now? X. Let's say so. And remaining distance will be how much, students? It will be 16 minus X. Now I'm going to find the potential where at this point due to A and means Q1 and Q2. I'm going to find. So total potential at this point must be what now? Zero, right? So total potential take total potential, that is V1 plus V2 must be equal to 0. Means they are asking that what now? Neutral point. So now I'm going to find V1. V1 is there. What is the formula for potential to single charge? It is given by formula Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R. So I'm going to use here Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into distance is how much, sir? X, no, sir? So I'll take X plus Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Distance is how much, sir? 16 minus X. Okay, so that is equal to what? 0. We are going to use here now. So it is Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into X. That is equal to minus Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into 16 minus X. 16 minus X. Now what is going to cancel here? Directly. Cancel or directly without inserting the values? 4 pi epsilon naught, 4 pi epsilon naught cancel. Okay, now you start go on inserting the values. So Q1 is how much, students? It is 5 into 10 power minus 6 divided by distance we took X. That is equal to minus negative sign is there. And Q2 is what now? Q2 minus 3 into 10 power minus 8 divided by distance is how much? 16 minus 6. Now here what else is going to cancel now? 10 power minus 8 is going to cancel on both sides. Okay, if you cancel 10 power minus 8, what are we going to left with now? We are going to left with 5 by X equal to 3 by 16 minus X. We are going to do cross multiplication. So 16 5s are so 80, right? 80 minus 5x equal to 3x. So 80 equal to 8x, then x equal to 10 centimeter. So what is the value of x now? X is 10 centimeter from where? From Q1. Sir, what about from Q2? Do it. Okay, from Q1 it is. From Q1. Okay, from Q2. From Q2, it will be 16 minus 10 because x here 10, right? So it will be 6 centimeter from Q2. So it is clear to all of you now. This question is clear. Question number 2.1. Yes. Let's move on to the next question then. So please use a chat box to reply to me. Okay. At the end, I'm going to give a assignment to you. If you have a doubt, you can ask me. And even now, after the question, you can ask me doubts. Like if though no doubt means you can say something in the chat box so that I'll move on next question. Yeah. Can we move to the next question? Vaibhavi? Okay, look at the next question now. Question number 2.2. A regular hexagon of side how much? 10 centimeter has a charge of 5 microcoulomb at each of its vertices. Okay, calculate the potential at the center of hexagon. Okay, let me write a small hexagon. That's your benzene ring in chemistry. The hexagon. So side is how much now? Each side is 10 centimeter. Okay, so there are vertices are there. Okay, let me indicate the vertices with some other color. So all of its vertices were kept what now? 5 microcoulomb charge kept at each of its vertices. Now we need to calculate the potential at the center. Okay, I'm going to draw diagonals now. Okay, this is the center. Let's say O. Okay, now let me give some name for this A, B, C, D, E, F. Now to find the potential at the center, so we know the formula. Potential is given by charge divided by 4 pi epsilon naught times of r. R is the distance from where to where, any one of the vertices to where now, to the center. That you need to find out now. See, here it has given a hexagon. One thing you need to remember here. Okay, if you do mathematics, of course you are going to get, but I'm telling you, since it is what type of shape? Hexagon shape. So it is always going to make an angle of how much, 60 degree. This will be angle 60 degree. Okay, if I take any triangle, in this any triangle you take, so any triangle will be what type of triangle? It will be equilateral triangle. That you remember. Okay, equilateral triangle. So all sides must be equal. So suppose if it is 10 centimeter from B to C, then C to O must be 10 centimeter, and from B to O also must be what for 10 centimeter. So now we got to know from any one of the vertices to center how much distance is there now? 10 centimeter, because this is going to form equilateral triangle. That's clear. Okay, now I need to find out. So I'm going to use here the law of superposition principle. So since all are positive, so total potential will be what now? According to law of superposition, right? Law of superposition. Total potential I'm going to take V equal to. So it is how many charges are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there. So 6 times of Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R, where R is the distance. Or you can say instead of R, I can say AO. A2O. It will be same as BO, it will be same as CO, same as DO, and same as EO, and same as FO. So we're going to take. So, sir, what if any one charge in the you need to add them separately? Okay. Now I want to take 6 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon value how much? 9 into 10 power 9, and Q value is how much? 5 into 10 power max 6, because micro means 10 power minus 6. Okay, divided by distance is how much? 10 centimeters. So 10 into 10 power minus 2. Okay, so it will be 45 minus multiplied by 6. So 270 into, if I want to simplify powers, it will be 10 power 3 divided by, in the denominator, 10 into 10 power minus 2. This 0 is going to cancel. It will be 27 into 10 power 5. What is the unit? Volt. What is the unit? Volt. That is the answer. So what is the potential at the center of the hexagon? It will be 27 into 10 power 5 volt. Okay. So this is the answer. Like this, they can give many shapes. Like they can give you a square. Okay, again they can give any other shape, like for example, like a triangle. Find the potential at the center. Like they can give you many example like this. Sir, what if in the same question only at first place, okay, A minus Q charge is there, B plus Q charge is there, C minus Q charge is there, D plus Q charge is there, E minus Q is there, and here plus Q is there. Now tell me, what will the potential at the center now if they give like this combination? See, it will be net potential, it will be center 0 now, because so how many positive are there? 1 positive, 2 and 3 positive, 3 negative. 3 positive will give positive potential and 3 negative will give negative potential. So total potential, since it is a scalar quantity, becomes 0. Okay, so you need to think in this way also, because the question they can give you anyway. Okay, yes, that is the question about what now? 2.2. Look at next question now. Two charges, 2 microcoulomb and minus 2 microcoulomb. Let's say this is Q1. Let's say this is what now? Q2. Are placed at point A and B 6 centimeter apart. So distance is how much now? 6 centimeter. Now we need to find what now? Identify the equipotential surface of the system. See, so without calculation we can solve this question. A problem. This A. Look at now, Q1 is positive, Q2 is positive, negative. So it is what system it is? Dipole. Dipole. So 3 centimeter there separation, right? Since the separation is 3 centimeter, so on a dipole, the potential will be 0 where? On equatorial line. So on equatorial where it will be? Exactly at the middle. So from any one charge, if you find 3 centimeter distance in between them, that surface will be what? Equipotential surface. See, this is done, but for a PU board examination, you should do calculation. You need to show them. Okay, for competitive examination, not required at all to show. While looking at this dipole, it is. So exactly equipotential surface where? At the middle. So 3 centimeter from any one charge. Okay, like that. You can solve this question, part A. Okay, let me take now Q1, that is 2 microcoulomb, Q2 minus 2 microcoulomb, and these two are separated by what distance? 6 centimeter apart. Let's take, let O be the point where potential is 0. It is a distance of how much? X from one charge, first charge, then remaining distance will be what now? 6 minus x. It will be what now? 6 minus x. Again, previous problem, what we solved now? Same scenario, we need to go. Like I'm going to take now, again, total potential, that is V1 plus V2 equal to 0. V1 is what now? Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, let me give this A, this is B. So it will be AO as how much you have taken? X plus Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. It will be 6 minus x, that is equal to 0. We're going to send to the right hand side. It will be what now? Q by 4 pi epsilon naught x, that is equal to minus Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into 6 minus x. What is going to cancel here now? So we're going to cancel 4 pi epsilon naught, 4 pi epsilon naught. So remaining, I'm going to continue here. It will be Q1. Q1 value is how much? 2 into 10 power minus 6 divided by x. That is equal to, there is a negative sign, negative of minus 2 into 10 power minus 6 divided by 6 minus x. Okay, now don't cancel x and x. That will not cancel. 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 6 cancel. And of course, 2 also will go to cancel, right? So I can say like this now directly. So x equal to 6 minus 6. After simplifying this, x equal to 3 centimeter. So where is the equipotential surface? On 3 centimeters. So if I draw a line, okay, let me take this line. On this line, you anywhere you find this line is what we call equipotential surface. Okay, that's the one thing. Look at the second part of the question. What is the direction of electric field at every point on equipotential surface? So we have discussed this question means when we are doing the topic of properties of equipotential surface. Electric field always in the direction perpendicular to equipotential surface, right? It will always make an angle of how much? 90 degree with the equipotential surface. But left or right, look at my question. Okay, let me take with what color? Black color. Yes. So since Q1 is positive charge, right? This is positive and Q2 is negative. Direction of electric field from where to where? From A to B. I will be what now? From A to B, it will be in this direction. Okay. So it is from where? From Q1 to Q2 and perpendicular to equipotential surface. Okay. So B part is what now? It's from Q1 to Q2 and perpendicular to equipotential surface. Okay, that is the B part of the question. So is it clear to all of you now B part of the question, students? Yes, let's move on to next question now. Yes, thank you, ma'am. Look at the question number 20, okay, 2.4. What the question is asking to us now in the 2.4. Let's look at the question now. A spherical conductor, okay, a spherical conductor of radius how much is given? 12 centimeter. How much radius is given to us now, students? 12 centimeter. Has a charge 1.6 into 10 power minus 7 coulomb distributed uniformly on its surface. Okay, so uniformly on its surface. Like I'm going to draw a diagram now. Okay, so this is what I'm going to take now. There is a simple like what we call center. So this is a radius. Let's say R. Okay, the charge is distributed uniformly on the surface. Like this, that value is given. That let's say Q it is. So I'm going to take Q here. So now we need to find out what is the electric field. We need to find out. Question is what is electric field? First case A, inside the sphere. Okay. First case A, inside the sphere. Tell me, is there any calculation required for this? Literally, no, because we have proved already when we are doing electrostatics of conductors, properties of conductors. The potential will remains constant inside and electric field will be how much? 0 inside. So on what basis we can say there is no excess charge? Since there is no excess charge, okay, so electric field will be 0. The charges inside they are going to arrange in such a way that the electric charge field become equal to 0. So inside there is no calculation required now. I can straight away write electric field is 0. So that's the first part. Second part, just outside the sphere, just outside the sphere means what now? On the surface. So just outside the sphere means what now? On the surface of the spherical conductor. So what is the formula now? Electric field. Electric field is equal to charge Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. Okay, so now what are we going to get? This is 9 into 10 power 9 because 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into charge how much 1.6 into 10 power minus 7 divided by distance, that is a radius 12 centimeter given, 12 into 10 power minus 2 whole square. Now to simplify, 16 9 down, 144 means it will be 1.4, 14.4, okay, into 10 power 2 means power if you simplify, divided by 12 square is how much 144 into 10 power minus 4. I'm going to simplify this. 144 is done, so 14.4 is done. I'll write 144 into 10 because I took 10 power 2 as 1 10. I multiply divided by this is 144 into 10 power minus 4. 144 cancel. What are you going to get, students? Now you're going to get 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb. That's the value of electric field where on the surface. Sir, C part I'm going to take, sir, now. At a point 18 centimeter from the center. See, the question is very important here. They're asking from the center. So means somewhere here I'm going to take now. From here to here. So it is total distance is how much now? 18 centimeters. Sometimes remember they'll ask you from the surface. That time what should take? You should take radius plus that distance you should take. Okay, that's very important. Sometimes they'll ask you surface. From the surface means we need to find out, we need to take the distance, radius plus from surface how much is there. That much you should count. So now I want to find electric field again. Electric field is given by what formula? Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into distance. Let's say x it is x square. Let us insert the values. Q is how much now? Given. Okay, first 1 by 4 epsilon naught. 9 into 10 power 9 into Q is 1.6 into 10 power minus 7 divided by distance x square. So 18 centimeter. So it is 18 into 10 power minus 2 whole square. Okay. So the numerator if you multiply, it will become what now? 14.4 into 10 power 2 divided by. So if you look at the denominator, it was given how much? 18 centimeter. What we have done? We converted 18 centimeter to what now? Meter. So I need to square it 18 centimeter. It will become what now? It will become 324 into 10 power minus 4. Now I need to simplify this one. So 14.4 divided by 324 will give us an answer how much? 0.044 into 10 power minus 6. Okay, I'm going to shift it to one decimal place. Okay, plus 6 is not minus 6, plus 6. So it will become 0.44 into 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb. That is electric field they asking. Okay, sir, what if instead of electric field, if they ask you electric potential? Instead of electric field, if they ask you electric potential, so what will be the answers then? So do it here for potential. This is for what now? Electric field. And this is for what now? Potential. Now tell me, A part of the answer will become what now, students? For potential now. See, since electric field inside is how much? 0, potential remains constant, is equal to what now? Equal to the potential at the surface. Yes or no? So now answer is what now? V equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R. So it is 9 into 10 power 9 into Q is 1.6 into 10 power minus 7 divided by radius is how much is given? 12 centimeter. So 12 into 10 power minus 2. So it will be 14.4 into 10 power 2 divided by 12 into 10 power minus 2. So you are going to get what now? 14.4 divided by 12. You are going to get 1.2 into 10 power 4 volt. That is A part. Now what about B part? B part is asking just outside a sphere on the surface, right? Same as above. Same as above. Because since electric field inside zero, potential will be what now remains constant. Equal to how much? Equal to the potential on the surface. So for B also same calculation. Sir, what about for C now? C part. 18 centimeter, right? Put the value. So potential V become what now? Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Distance how much you took? X, right? Put X value. So insert and simplify this. I'm leaving to you. So that's it. Okay. So you need to be in this way also. Not only finding just what they given, if they given what else also we can find out. Okay. Yes. With this, I'm going to move on to the next question now. Question number 5. So what is question number 5 is now? So till now we have done based on what now? Potential and electric field. Now we move on what now? We move on capacitors topic. A parallel plate capacitor with air between them. See here they give air between them. It's very important. The plate has a capacitance how much? 8 picofarad. So let's see C naught. That is 8 picofarad. Here afterwards I indicate C naught means it is air medium. Air or vacuum medium. Okay. Now they given here 1 picofarad equal to how much? 10 power minus 12 farad. What will be the capacitance if the distance between the plate is reduced to half? Means initial distance, let's say D1 is D. Now final distance, let's say D2 become what now? D by 2. And the space between them is filled with substance of dielectric constant K is 6. So now dielectric constant K is how much now? 6 we filled. Initially, okay, initially what is the capacitance formula? C naught, that is equal to epsilon naught A by D. Its value how much is given? 8 picofarad. Means I can write 8 into 10 power minus 12 farad. That's what given to us. Okay. Next, so new capacitance, we are going to fill dielectric constant, right? So K times of epsilon naught. Area remains same. It's I'm going to take D2 now. A new capacitance, new distance. I'm going to insert the values. K how much? 6 is there. So into epsilon naught A divided by D become what now? D by 2, right? D by 2. Because they're given here. We're going to reduce to half. So D by 2, 2 will come to numerator. It will become what, students? It will become equal to what now? 12 epsilon naught A by D. Can we write this epsilon naught A by D as C naught? So it will become what now? 12 times of C naught. So it will become 12 into C naught. How much is given? 8 into 10 power minus 2. Yes or no? So we are going to multiply 8. Multiply by what now? 12. What we are going to get? We are going to get 96. So we are going to get 96 into 10 power minus 12 farad. That is new capacitance, or you can say 96 picofarad. That's your answer now. Okay, that's your answer. The question answer is what now? 96. Since they are not mentioned area, so we are going to take area. If the given area also reduces as doubles, you should use that area also. Okay. So I hope this question is clear to all of you. So let's move on to the next question now. Question number 2.6. They given 3 capacitors. Each of capacitance how much? 9 picofarad. So all are of what now? Equal capacitance now. C1 equal to C2 equal to C3. How much is given? 9 picofarad. How they are connected? They are connected in a series combination. So you need to have an idea now like this. All these things you need to come to mind. Okay, no need of writing, but you should come to mind. Now they're asking, what is the total capacitance of the combination? So since all are equal, so one more thing, series combination. What is the formula for series combination? A part 1 by CS equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So I'm going to use this formula 1 by 9 picofarad plus 1 by 9 picofarad plus 1 by 9 picofarad. I can write it is 3 times of 1 by 9 picofarad, that is 1 by CS. Then CS equal to what now? 9 picofarad by 3. So it is 9 into 10 power minus 12 by 3. So you get what now? 3 picofarad, that is CS. That's regular method we need to do for PUC. So this is not required at all because I given you formula. When all capacitors are identical, then in series combination I give the formula to you, right? C is equal to C by N. So see how much it is now? 9 picofarad. N how many are 3 are there? So 3 picofarad. Competitive part. Done it is this much. But we use this is for PU level or CBC level for the point of writing examination to get a good marks. Because each step carry a marks in the examination. Board examinations, each step carry a marks. So second part, look at now second part. B part of the question. What is the potential difference across each capacitor if the combination is connected to 120 volt? Okay, let me show you the diagram. The combination I'm going to connect now. To what now? Okay, I'm going to show you upper. So this is what now we're connected to what now? 120 volt supply we are connected. Now we need to find what now? What is the potential difference across each capacitor? Let's find out now potential difference. So we have gone equivalent already. We got equivalent already. If I take equivalent, this is a battery of what now? 120 volt. This is 3 picofarad. Now what will be the charge? So I'm going to take Q equal to C times of V. Okay, C is what now? V into 10 power minus 12 into V how much? 120. So it will be 360 pico coulomb Q we got. Now in this combination, charge is remain same, right? Charge is remain same because what combination it is? Series combination. Since charge is remain same, so what we're going to take now? Simple, in a simple way. So potential V1 is equal to Q by C1. So Q is how much now? 360 into 10 power minus 12 divided by C1 is how much? We are given 3. Okay, 9 it is. 9 into 10 power minus 12. 10 power minus 12, 10 power minus 12 cancel. It will be 40 volt. V2. Okay, V1. Similarly, V2 now. Q by C2. So Q is 360 into 10 power minus 12 divided by 9 into 10 power minus 12. So it will be what now? Again 40 volt. V2. So V3 again what now? V3 again same calculation Q by C2. So 360 into 10 power minus 2 divided by 9 into 10 power minus 12. Okay, minus 12 minus 12 cancel. It will become again 40 volt. So one we got to know here. So what we got to know? If the capacitor is having an equal capacity, then potential drop also must be equal, right? That's what we're getting, right? V1 we got how much? 40. V2 we got how much? 40. V3 we got how much? 40. Means they share equally, they're having an equal capacitance. Since they have equal capacitance, their potential difference between the plate must be same. In what combination? Series combination. So it's clear. That is a hint you can remember. You can apply wherever the examinations. Okay. This is question number 2.66 question. Look at the seventh question now. Question number 7. Yes. 3 capacitors given here. Let's say C1, C2, and C3 are connected in parallel combination. So you need to have a mind idea now. First capacitor, second capacitor, third capacitor. They are connected to what now? parallel combination they are connected. Okay, they're asking now, what is the total capacitance of combination? So it is two, diagram is not required, but I am giving you to make you understand that's it, nothing more than that, okay? You are not required to write a diagram in examination. Okay, directly you can solve by putting the relevant formula. Without relevant formula, you cannot solve. Okay, so now what is the effective combination formula? Cp equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3 in parallel combination. It will be 2 picofarad plus 3 picofarad plus 4 picofarad. So it will be how much? 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 4, 9 picofarad. That is the effective capacitance of the combination. Now, sir, what if that is the A part? Determine the charge on each capacitor if the combination is connected to 100 volt supply. So I'm going to connect it to a battery of how much? 100 volt supply. What is constant here, sir? Potential is constant, means voltage is constant. So since we are taken B part, I need to find out first what now? Yes. Yeah, we need to find how much total charge is the we need to find out. Not required. Not required. Directly I'll go for okay. Okay, charge on each capacitor. I'll take directly Q1 equal to C1 into V. Charge on first capacitor. C1 is how much, students? 2 into 10 power minus 12 into voltage remains same 100. It will be what now? It will be 2 into 10. Or I can say now 200 picocoulomb. 200 picocoulomb Q1. So similarly, Q2 is what now? C2 into V. C2 is 3 into 10 power minus 12 into V is 100. So it will be 300 picocoulomb. And similarly, Q3 become what now? C2, okay, C3 into V. So C3 is 4 picofarad into 100. It will be 400 picocoulomb. That is Q3. Okay, so if they ask you total charge at Q1, Q2, Q3, you're going to get how much? 200 plus 300, it will be 500, 900 picocoulomb. Okay, this is about question number 2.7.